against all the odds, maybe even against their own expectations. And on day one, they came into this and they said, oh, we're the team with nothing to lose. Now they're saying, we're the team that's going to win. We're so good. We're wonderful. We'll see if that does indeed come to fruition. We're heading in here, our second semi-final of the ESL Impact Season 5 finals in Dallas. Who will meet up with Imperial in the grand final? Will it be HSG? Will it be Let Her Cook? Let's find out.
Oh, they're running straight into Hazel. The flashbang might have been too late. It's Manny trying to get the early one. Astra to follow it up, and Melly with a third kill. And they just crack open the middle of the map here. Olga, she knows they're walking up behind her, but she knows that someone's out here. If they get the kill on Joanna, maybe there's a way to do it. Yeah, good stuff. Spins around, but look at the army that's coming for her. Bomb is already planted. They're still fighting. Madness outside of it. Xiaowu will get the kill onto Rachel, and a 2 versus 3 here. Oh, this round might actually still go bad for them. Now, instead of fighting, they're running back into the site to try and defend the bomb. Oh, this is madness now. Xiaowu, if she gets this shot right now, they can still defuse the bomb. She's got 3 already, looking for the quad kill clutch to start this semi-final win. Oh, and up on top, she gets the shot. Where's the bomb at? All right, she's gonna find it. And I think she might have just enough time to get the defuse, even without the defuse kit. What an absolutely mad round to begin with.
There is nothing that makes me happier than talking about how amazing a player is and not 2 minutes later, 4K, clutched around, quick as you like, thank you very much. Xiaowu, I love that. That was so funny to watch. I like spin to win, try to survive, but shut down. What a crazy retake. That round went so massively in favor of Let Her Cook. They run in onto the site, they get opening kills, bomb down, happy days. They get eager, they get aggressive, they push out. And somehow, the fact that I think it was Olga that survives for so long and is able to slip away and get met up by her teammate. Bit of a misplay from Let Her Cook.
And I think it's because it goes so well in the beginning that they're just thinking that's it. Like, let's just hunt down. Like, we'll get Olga, and then the round is won. But Olga is actually a super professional. You can tell she knew exactly what was walking up behind her. And she knew if I can push forward and get this kill, maybe we still have a chance. So you can see it was ice cold in that moment. And that's what they brought her on the team for. We've talked about it multiple times already, but she was brought in for this exact reason, and she's proving it every single time we see her on the stage, exactly what she's all about. So, great job, HSG, with a 1-round lead here. The early kill goes the way of them as well, but a little bit of a return now. All of a sudden, the bomb is going to get planted. This is a bit wacky. This could be a very scary round now for the CT side.
The spray was labored and the flash to kind of deny a lot of those sightlines, so doesn't quite manage to finish up the connection, but it's still a fort. Never mind. It was a 4v4 retake, but the shots ring true and Hazel's the last one left alive, and she's just gonna hold on to the gun. I think that makes sense. See if you can get an exit, but aside from that, that's barely even an exit, Hazel. That's so cheeky. But she does it. She gets yet one more kill, takes one more gun away. Can she? Yes, indeed. She'll take away yet another one. She'll nab an M4. She'll make it all the way into spawn, and she'll steal that away. What a cheeky play there.
I thought maybe the bomb was going to get her, but I mean, that's pretty cool, right? She was going to lose the round anyway, so nice little getaway. I like it. Make it more expensive, but for Let Her Cook, they're going to be fine with it. This is a huge victory. And it's Astra. We didn't mention her too much, but she was playing very well last time as well. So, you know, another player to maybe watch out for if you're short on those. And I think that, like, this style for Let Her Cook, I mean, this is maybe the benefit of playing with no real expectations. You've already exceeded the expectations. Now you're just having a great time. Now you're just enjoying everything that's coming your way. For HSG, I'm sure they feeling maybe a different kind of pressure. It is different when you're representing an organization. It just has to be.
That round was not the greatest ending for HSG. Thankfully, they were able to steal away one of those guns towards the end, but you really wanted to win that force. Let Her Cook forced up themselves, run it down, and now Joanna, what a monster, just carving her way through the site. Bomb's gonna get planted now. With only 3 people left. Xiaowu has that rifle, makes sense. Give that to her and see what she can get done with it. A little bit of extra damage here would be the ideal scenario for the HSG ladies. I think Let Her Cook absolutely going to run away with this round. No real contestation there, but if you could at least take away some of these guns, make it a little bit expensive, that'd be great. They're not even going to try and push for it. Don't get cheeky about it. Hold the retreat, and maybe you'll catch a stray. But aside from that, round's done.
Yeah, long term, it's the better choice. Always fun to see almost impossible retakes being attempted, but realistically, this is probably what you should be doing, so... Yeah, let her cook. Off to a good start. They're keeping the pace up. And the issue is, until you have enough grenades and enough utility, really, and just weapons on the CT side, it can be very hard to slow down this kind of a pace. So they might be struggling to do that even in some of the coming rounds here. You can see the MAC-10, the M4 save from the previous one. But why give them a lot of chance to breathe? Why not just keep hitting them with a hammer if they're feeling vulnerable right now?
Spot out. Oh, no, Hazel. Oh, the timing is it's just not there. They're trying to play off of one another. GFI was retreating, and then she came back. And Rachel, I mean, it's just such an easy spray down for her with the MAC-10. That's instantly a massive advantage here for Let Her Cook. Okay. Shallow with one. Keep things a little bit competitive. Leo and Olga. Love that. Take those weapons away. Now you're down to a 2 versus 2. Unfortunately, Leo's on the other side of the map, so the rotation to try to meet up is a bit of a long one. There is a world in which this is doable. Xiaowu! She just keeps going. She's the gift that keeps on giving. One more to go, but no kit on board. The timing here is going to be so unbelievably tight. Manashine hiding in the smoke. She peeks around the corner. She gets the first shot onto Xiaowu, but the follow-up is there. And the time should just be on their side. Xiaowu, the hero of HSG.
Yeah, she's landing some really critical shots there. Long range, and they had just enough time for it. So good job overall. They had everything they needed in that round to win it, but Xiaowu making the difference once again. That's impressive. And unfortunately, they only survived with the one player alive, but they didn't come in with a lot of stuff in the round to begin with, so you have to assume they're still going to have enough money to buy in this next round, like they were kind of saving in that round, so it still should be good. Coach is getting a chance to hype up the team a little bit. But this is the only maybe downside. If you're Let Her Cook and you come into a game like this one and you want to roll through and just keep like this really high pace, if you start to run out of energy, is there plan B? Is there something else that they're able to do here? Because I feel like that's always a scary prospect when you're just kind of like trying to just flow through the game and suddenly you're stopped.
I mean, the big concern here is that HSG, there's a lot of reliance on heroics at the moment. Sure, you know, they're winning rounds, but a lot of it comes down to like Xiaowu popped off or Olga popped off. You know, somebody had to pop off to make it happen, and that's not the ideal way to be playing. It can help you out in a clutch, but you need to be a little bit more consistent than that. So now we have a slightly more even kilter between the two teams in terms of what they bring to the table in this round. Now we'll start to see, okay, what are HSG going to do strategically? And apparently the strategy is get run over. Now the A site completely free and available, especially now with that kill onto GFI. GFI getting a little bit greedy with it. Olga will trade one back to try to keep it competitive. But it's another round that looks like it's an LHC done and done.
Yeah, it's devastating when it always happens for some reason on the lip of that A bomb site. You put down a smoke and it basically lands on the T players, but you don't even realize because you threw the smoke and you backpedal and they just walk straight through it. It's such an obvious choice if you're coming into the T side. You keep going and all you're doing is tricking yourself, really. I think that's what happened in this round, and it's a pretty common occurrence. Sometimes you either want to throw like a Molotov instead just to make sure no one's walking through in the same way, but yeah, not the best way to lose a round because you don't feel like you get much of a say in it. But on the upside, they will save a couple of rifles, so they're going to stay somewhat competitive in the next one. Yeah, but no, there was no real chance to fight back in that one. That's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was just a bit of a run over. You get that first kill. GFI gets a little bit... See, this is a problem. I feel like GFI gets a little bit too eager here. She really didn't need to try to peek this to push out. She's all on her own. Her team is nowhere to be found. She has to run through a Molotov to get there.
Yeah.
and, you know, she's completely isolated. She's alone on an island. If she'd maybe waited, you're in a 4v4. You have a far better chance. Actually, 5v4, and then Olga gets another one. So it starts to become a lot more doable.
Yeah, I think, especially once Leo is already dead, you're not even running in to help a teammate that's in the bomb site waiting for you. So yeah, you're probably right. I think that would have been maybe the better choice, but she also was running for a Molotov. So yeah, maybe she's wanting to make the play early on here and try to establish some control, but it hasn't worked out so far. She's 0-4. We'll see if that's going to improve. Probably will. AKs are out on the T side here. Let her cook. I mean, if this can keep going. They are playing on the more favorite side, though, so that's also worth taking into account that it is a very T-sided map. So all things considered, maybe HSG are going to be kind of okay with this. Olga winning that fight did cost her quite a bit of health, but who cares? She can back up a little bit and maybe play a bit more defensive from here on in the round. Plenty of utility for the rest of the T side, so we'll see if they can put together some kind of an execute.
Still very split with no real control garnered yet. But I like that HSG play this very patient. They're not poking and prodding unnecessarily. I'll wait to see what Let Her Cook do. Xiaowu on that B anchor. It's a great position for her as well.
And it's a double setup. So if they Molotov it, I bet you what's going to happen is they're gonna you know, put out the Molotov with the smoke, but then you're not going to be expecting for another player to be here. If the Molotov comes in, obviously if you see the boost, then sure, like you're going to be looking for it. But if it's just a Molotov to clean it out with, you might not. All right, now they definitely know. So this could get a little bit tricky here. All right, preemptive smoke, so that's to stop the Molotov from going down. But now they're hiding in the corner, and for sure LHC know that there are two people in this corner. Oh, they're hunting for it. Manashan just knocks them down in the corner. That's really impressive.
That's rough as well. They kind of go for the reboost again. They want to try and get an elevated position over the smoke and don't realize Manashan's already pushed in and slowly chipping away at the Jenga blocks. But there you go, Hazel on the re-aggress. Manages to get one for herself. She's traded out, but it's 2 versus 2 here. GFI gets her first. Can she get another? It's 2 versus 1. It's easily doable. They don't have a smoke to work with yet, so they're going to have to play around one another. Rachel sprays down on the first, instantly backs away. It's the right call to make, but GFI, a beautiful swing from her to clean that up. She does have the kit on board. The timing is so tight, and she doesn't have it. Heartbreak for HSG.
That felt like she had maybe just enough time, but eluded. That's, I mean, it's Rachel at the end. Just keep staying alive for an extra half a second and make all the difference in the world. So this was one of them. Okay. It cost a lot in that round on the T side too. So a lot of money being washed away in this one. But this double kill for Manashan coming into it, that looked like it was going to be plenty enough. Yeah, they knew. It's great communication, right? Once you see the boost, you know that there are two players in the corner. No money on the CT side. And they knew that. Rachel's already picked up the Mac 10, so she's going to be out hunting.
Ooh, nade stack to come through. No one there. They're expecting that like crazy pyramid shenanigan. But nothing there, nothing doing. They does garner them a lot of space to move in towards A. They don't realize this is where the gamble stack is. Now they'll know for sure. A bit of damage to come through. There is a trade to come out. But we're still favoring HSG here a little bit. They've managed to pick up quite a few kills for themselves. Haven't been able to recover any weapons, but there's a possibility for it. And there you go. GFI's picked up one of the AKs immediately. We had a rotation over towards the B site. Again, a little bit eager there, Olga. Spots out one, gets traded out. Now the last alive, trying to get the bomb plant, gets forced off of it. GFI somehow still alive in the smoke, ducking and diving and dancing around. And bomb yet to be planted. Now Manashine, decision to be made. Do you go for a rotate? You have time. She's pushed all the way out, pushed through, spots out GFI. She has a free rotation over towards A if she so decides. Instead, she's going to wrap around. She's going to walk straight into Xiaowu. She's going to win that! Xiaowu could not clutch it this time. What decision-making from Manashine.
It's a big advantage for Xiaowu in that particular fight. You would have thought the footsteps on the other side, but somehow it's a clutch that goes the way of the T side. So, from what at the start of it should have been an easily winnable round, but it kind of got out of control. So, again, some of these T rounds are more expensive than maybe they should be. but they are winning them. And at the end of the day, that's maybe all we care about. Getting a little bit fired up behind this. I like that.
It's probably worth just, you know, caveating, asterisking. It was a bit of a low buy round for HSG. So the fact that they managed to get that much done is great. But like you said, damage at this point, like, LHC are fine. They're still raking up the rounds, and that's really the most important here. There's a 3-round deficit, and they're slowly working their way back up. Loving the energy from the crowd in Dallas. I wonder who Dallas is opting for here, right? Because you got a European team, you got an Asian team, you got 2 underdogs. Like, I feel like it's really hard to pick a favorite.
Yeah, that's a good point. I really don't know either. I imagine Olga is going to have some local support probably from the local Brazilians showing up as well. So it's probably that. Yeah, might be split right down the middle. Leo is ready. I love these forward pushes out of the A-bomb shot from the CT side. It can be so effective. It can backfire as well. And when the smoke fades, she doesn't really feel like sticking around. She's like, all right, that's a bit too much. Might want to fall back. Astra, haven't really seen her much with AWP yet, but in the previous game they were casting, she was on fire with it. It was really fun to see, so maybe we get a little bit more of a spark back there. It will be round number 8 here, and Leo just hoping. All right, she's going to see just the leg. It's always kind of dangerous when you are jiggling back and forth like that with the grenade in hand, because if you miss the timing on the other side, you can be dead, but it worked out.
A nice smoke to allow her to just retreat a little bit. Doesn't spot out much more, and they've clearly read into it. It's going to be a B hit, or more than likely going to be a B hit. GFI spots one. Can't quite connect the shot. There we go. Hazel and GFI to bring that one home. Xiaowu to follow it up. The last couple of players left here, and it's Hazel. Picks up the AWP. Questionable decision. I think she ran out of bullets there. It is what it is. But it's Manashine again in a 1v2 clutch. And we've seen her do this before. Bomb in hand, and she is out of here. She's headed over towards the A side.
The big problem here is time. Unlike last time, she has very, very little of it left. And she's just barely going to make it here, I think. But, you know, she stumbles somewhere. If she doesn't have the knife out running like this, you could see it's going to be way too low. So, yeah, she'll get the bomb planted, but only just barely. If she ran into any CT players, even if she wins the fight, she can't win the round any longer. So it is cutting it very close, but she has another chance. You're right. Both Olga and Leo coming in, retaking from the main entrance to A. And Manashine doing great work here, just checking, seeing there's no one coming. She can ride off that whole angle. Now it's up to the 1 versus 2 here, and it would be crazy if she could do it again. Tries to swing for it. Now they know where she is.
Defuse to get stuck, trying to fire some shots through, but nope. Cannot deny that one from happening. Very, very well played here from HSG. They got the tap out, tried to bait her out into the open. It works. She gets a few shots through, but she doesn't get the shot on the diffuser, which I think is the really important one here. If she gets a headshot as she swings out and shuts that down, there's a very good chance she clutches out that round, but she's not able to. So HSG able to snatch that round away, and it was an important one to be able to come away with as well. Slowly starting to close that gap a bit, and finally, we spoke about how close these rounds have been, and Little Cook didn't care because they were getting rounds on the board, but now this is where that problem rears its ugly head. No money to play with. It's a pistol round. Tech9's on board. I'm still waiting for a successful one. We saw a bit of a wonky one in the last matchup, but maybe this time.
This could be it. Again, Leo throwing down the smoke, but it goes a bit deep, so they're going to run right through. My God, around the corner. Look, they bend the bullets there. Melly's going to be taking down Hazel as well. A 2-for-1 trade. And yeah, the Tech9's working very well in this round. Bomb's going to be planted, and a tough call here for HSG. Do you want to try and go for it? You don't have that much money in the bank. If you lose these rifles, it's a disaster. Another great shot. Manashine having a really good time. 11-6 at the moment.
I'll be real, I thought that was the rifle that got that kill. It was the Tech9. It's a little bit unreal. This is a little bit egregious as well. Quite a few players getting lost. Now, GFI, what do you do with this? Do you get a little bit overconfident here? Okay, she is going to push out 1 versus 2. Does have a kit on board, but there's no time. There's no way she gets to defuse, and it's the right call to just back away.
Yeah, it would have been a 1 versus 4 clutch. That's asking a lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Tech9 is doing great work, even at a long range, which is kind of rare. But I think Leo kind of falling victim to the same problem as earlier, which is when you're holding that corner with kind of just a smoke, the timing, you just have to be off by a tiny bit. I think this time it just landed a little bit further back, and they're going to run through every time. They will. So there needs to be maybe a little bit more information, or there needs to be more of a plan with the second player, to help her out. But yeah. So, but on the other hand, great job on Let Her Cook for finding a bit of a weakness there that they can exploit.
Unfortunately, playing weak side A seems to be a weak point. Really struggling to maintain the control on that one. And it can be a very difficult site to retake as well. So you leave a lot to chance. It is kind of the standard setup to just kind of leave 2 there and have your kind of floater with 2 over towards B, or even just 1 on B, right? But
yeah.
Doesn't really seem to be working out here. I need to see a bit of a change-up potentially, bearing in mind that obviously comes off of the back of a serious rush, and a lot of the rounds that they lose over on A have been these super aggressive rushes. So the call might be to just kind of play back a little bit and give some space over.
They got the one saved rifle. I said they had. GFI is going to get shut down right at the beginning, although they will actually recover the rifle and another AK, so there's a bit of a switch-up potentially. Hazel's realizing they're running behind. I don't think they can do much to hold on to with the USPs. Good shots are coming through. And a 2 versus 4, and again, you're probably not going to be winning this round getting back into it, especially now that Olga's quite low on health. It's a good job getting the kill, but they have to surrender the round, so 7-3. Let Her Cook still working it.
Xiaowu and Manashine just both chilling on 12 and 6, just like casually.
Yeah.
Round 9, why not? Great performances from both of them. But yeah, it's another round that HSG just crumble under the aggression from Let Her Cook. And it wasn't even like a full-on A rush this time around. Yes, that's where it eventually ended up being. And yes, it did kick off with speed once it did kick off. But there was a little bit of poking and prodding around the rest of the map. You had 3 people pushing out of B main to try and get a little bit done there, and they do. They actually get themselves another weapon, but you're still weak side A, so there's not too much more that you can do. And again, it's a pistol round. You weren't really expecting to get too much done. So the fact that they're able to hold on to the rifle that they came into the round with, plus they grab themselves an AK that they stole off of Let Her Cook, not the worst round in the world. The problem is that now we have 2 rounds left in the half, and HSG need more than damage. Now they need rounds.
Yeah, I think at least 1 more here.
Yeah.
3 is cutting it just a little bit dangerously low. You're at the risk if you have 3 rounds that you lose the pistol and it's all over. But I think 4, it's a conversation. If they get 5, I mean, I think that they're doing fine. Again, just want to remind you, it is a very T-sided map. So
yeah.
Let's see how this one plays out. 7-3, round number 11. Xiaowu shooting through the smoke. Oh, they're going to try and break their way through. She hasn't reloaded yet. 23 bullets. It's enough to get the first one, but now she's down to just 5. Oh, what? She'll pick up Manashine anyway. With 5 bullets left in that magazine. Now it's just Rachel, and don't think there's any way to break through this one. The Molotov, got to be careful to put Olga in there. The grenade. Oh, she gets out of that one too. How is she still alive here? Good couple of kills for Rachel, but the round is going to go the way of HSG.
Xiaowu is actually just illegal at this point. It's just unreal how much she's able to get done. She slips past in the smoke, manages to get right up close and personal in that main entryway. She gets this first one, spraying and praying, hoping to catch another one passing through the smoke. Spins randomly. She's like, oh, there's somebody behind me. And it's like that classic, like, Tropic Thunder moment, right? Where you're like yeah. fully automatic and you're just like spraying and praying, and it works. She gets yet another kill. It's absolutely ridiculous. But last round in the half here, HSG can absolutely do it, but they've done enough theoretically.
Okay, Olga's angry. She's like, all right, I'm gonna try and take over. I need a round here. Miss shot, Olga shooting them right in the feet. Oh, they just barely get away there. It's Rachel escaping. Oh, actually, she's not Olga, hunting her down. Almost like it was personal. Melly's gonna finally be able to get rid of Olga, and the round is back on. It's a 3 versus 3 now.
I get why Olga smells blood in the water there, but feels like maybe overplaying your hand a little bit. Does get traded back so quickly. But 3 versus 3 is doable on both sides, and bearing in mind that Let Her Cook are going to try and mount this execute with an AWP in hand. Now that can be a boon, but it can also be a massive detriment if you can catch that off guard. And HSG still have pretty decent map control for the most part, but we are getting a bit of information stuff here. Let Her Cook not really allowing them to figure out where they're going to hit next.
Yeah, and I don't know, there's some utility still left on HSG. And plenty on the T side here. cutting the clock down very low. It looks like the rotation so far on the CT side is pretty good. They're going to be walking in. Smoke goes up from Leo. Oh, and again, they kind of walk in front of it here. Hazel on her own, but the spray down is magnificent. What a shot at the end. The 5th round for HSG. It just might be enough.
Hazel snatches away what would have been an 8th round in the half for Let Her Cook, making it, in fact, a 7-5 with a nasty spray transfer that ends in a quite despicable headshot. I am still absolutely reeling from how that round ended, but it's not over just yet. We head into the second half here and Let Her Cook have a bit of a mountain to climb. They're on the CT side, and yes, they are in the lead, but we do know how T-sided this map is.
Yeah, so that's why that spray from Hazel at the end could easily be map changing. Giving them a 5th round, I think they're in a good position right now. If they can win the pistol, well, more power to them. And it's all going to start off here, taking down Rachel. A couple of shots ring out from the Glock. I think Rachel trying to sneak her way down to the middle. Oh, okay, nicely done. Hazel is out of there, but she did spot 2 players, so they should have a read that something is up right now. They're still kind of just walking. Not necessarily a big deal. You don't want to give away too much audio either. It's Astra who's going to be put to the test first. Now, Melly started to show up, so one set of dualies is here. But when is that bomb plant going to be coming? Are they going to go on the other side? A little bit of a setup. They're fighting before they try and plant the bomb. They really want to clear this out. It's a smoke to block it off. And now they should be able to plant the bomb. Yeah, here we go.
That mid control surprisingly important. Jeez. Joanna just not allowed to survive. Olga with the drive-by picks up the dualies. Numbers advantage in favor, and that was, of course, the lurk. So the last 4 players have to funnel in here, see if they can get anything done, and the dualies will pay off for Olga. The first one to come through, Xiaowu to follow up with 2 of her own, and that's pistol round in the back pocket for HSG.
I love the fact that they decided to just plant on the CT side of the obelisk instead of trying to take the fight at dark first, because that's almost what they wanted to do. You can kind of tell they were like, oh, let's hunt him down, but just ignore them. Plant on the safe side. You've got this control. It's absolutely fine. And Olga, good work. Obviously, Xiaowu to close it out, but yeah, no question about why Olga's here. Okay, we've got a little boost in the middle going on, like a giant stack, in fact. Joanna's going to be up close with the Zeus. Oh, and they're going to get rid of it already. They're like, oh, so no one even showing up. That's a shame.
Free and easy round for HSG. At the very least, to get the bomb planted. We do have a bit of a wraparound, but I don't know how much traction that's going to get. As Olga, once again, just holds it down in tandem with Xiaowu. These 2 players, highlighted them at the start, and, well, just proving themselves time and time again. The last 2 players here, Rachel and Manashine, they're getting wrapped on. Olga is out for blood. 15 and 7, slowly catching up to Xiaowu. She is unstoppable. That's
quite a bit of, quite a few SMG kills in the round too. It's really going to add to the money on the T side. So if it wasn't already a good start, certainly is now. It's a map pick by HSG as well, and they seem to be doing just fine at the moment. Game is all tied up, and the pressure is going to be on Leto Cook to see if they can put together a really good CT side here. They're going to have to, because it's been rough. Love to see Leo do a little bit more. She had a very tough time in the A-bomb side, holding it on the CT side, but on T side, she's going to have a little bit more freedom to see if she can find a way to have an impact. It's going to be a good trade for GFIs. They did lose Olga at the start of the round, and they want to go quickly towards the A-bomb side. They're certainly putting pressure on middle, and Smoke just denying the information for the CTs. There's the spray to begin with. Manashine going down, and there's nobody else on the bomb side.
Can lay down a little bit of util to slow things down. To Astra, slips past, but cannot survive long enough. Again, it's Xiaowu to shut it down. Bomb's going to get planted. 2 players left. I don't see a world in which they actually push this. And that first kill onto Olga's not even the end of the world, because she's running around with a Mac 10 still, so she's like meant to be bait. So she runs out, she gets killed, you trade off of her perfection, and that opens up so much opportunity to push in towards that A side, get that bomb down. Very well played from HSG.
Yeah, this was, funnily enough, a bit of a bonus round, but on the T side. So they did and they're still going to keep it going to some extent, right? We're going to have another Mac 10, I think, on Leo that's going to keep pushing forward. So, wow, this is... It took them a while, HSG, to really get warmed up into this game. But they're doing quite well. I think Rachel's in a little bit of trouble too. She's getting a couple of kills, but she will also lose the rifle. And it's worth a lot to that CT side. 1 round lead being picked up here from HSG. But they should have the momentum really brewing in their favor at the moment.
That is the first opening duel that Olga has lost this map.
So crazy.
So she's been involved in 5 of them. She's won 4, and she's lost 1. Now, Joanna, on the other hand, she's been involved in 7 opening duels. She's only won 4 of them. So when it comes to the matchup between Joanna and Olga, seems Olga, generally speaking, is coming out on top of it. We'll see if that trend does continue as we head into our next round here. HSG giving themselves that bit of a lead. Melly to open things up, but Olga to instantly even out the numbers once again. It's that 1 rifle on Melly, and it has paid off. It's done so much in a round where they really don't have much to do. We'll see if it can get just that little bit more, get them that little bit closer to evening things up.
Yeah, the only real downside is that the kill happens so far away, they can't pick up Leo's gun out there. So that's a bit of a shame, but other than that, yeah, you're right. It's a nice shot. If she could do it one more time, then it's kind of on. Then there's a round to play for, but the rest of them just have very little to work with. I say that as Rachel does get a kill with a deagle, and Melly gets overwhelmed in the back line, so that's the defense kind of wiped out. The other 2 are trying to retake from dark as well, and it's going to be almost impossible. With just the pistols here, they can try and make something of it, but Olga looked like she was ready. AK been picked up here, but it should still be the round Oh, right on top of the HE, and without the Kevlar, it does an enormous amount of damage. So fist bumps are coming out. HSG are starting to pull quite a bit ahead here.
But I'm seeing a lot of parallels with the first half, where Leto Cook were winning rounds, but they're incredibly close. They're losing a lot of players. The money is slowly dwindling, and they lose one round, and suddenly their economy is completely decimated. And I'm worried for HSG that they're going to end up in a similar situation, right? They have to keep reinvesting so many rounds so consistently. If LHC get around win here, it could put them in a bit of a tight spot. What the hell was that, Astra? Through the fire and the flames, the flick onto Olga, and she's still able to fade away.
And of all the players you could have taken down, Olga, who's been so good at the start of the rounds, that is so worth it. Olga not expecting it, because she's thinking, well, the Molotov is there, probably going to be fine, but it wasn't this time. Standard Molotov to try and push back any CTs, and a pretty good response for the HE as well, but you're going to be careful. Xiaowu, she wants to push forward. She's going to open it up. Is there any more left? Another spray down. She was not expecting Rachel, though. She's going to get a bit of a spray of her own. Another headshot. As she does rain down Hazel. Masterful defense being brought out here from Rachel. It's just GFI left. Planting the bomb at the very least, but she has to fight. She kind of knows that she has to do something before the backup is there. Gets the headshot on Rachel. And the grenade around the corner here. Or can she get the headshot taken down? Manashine as well. Looking for Astra, who's so low on health. GFI. This would be a game-changing clutch if she can get it. She's sneaking on in. Can't quite hit the shot, but now the Glocks come out instead. And Astra, she's in trouble. Shut down. One of the sickest clutches so far of the semi-final.
Holy! So Hazel swinging Rachel after Rachel has gotten 2 is a bit wild. Somehow GFI in a 1 versus 3. Now, I gotta say, it's a bit of a misplay from LHC. They give her 3 1v1s. And
yeah.
I mean, GFI, she had a bit of a slow start to the map, but in that scenario, she shuts it down. She gets the first onto Rachel. She throws out the nade. The flash comes out. She's still able to dodge it. She gets legged by Astra through the wall. So even she is down to low HP. But because Astra pushes forward, she knows she's running out of time. She has to try and take that space. GFI can pull out the pistol and clean it up. What a phenomenal round from her. I'm gobsmacked. Like, this whole map has just been crazy clutch after crazy clutch.
No, it really has been. Oh, you could see Olga there, who died at the beginning of the round. So happy to see them still win it. Oh, it's devastating as well. Max 7 pistols or the rest of it. Oh, that was very well done. Again, GF had a very tough start to this map. It was not looking good. I think she was like 0 and 6 at some point. Or maybe 0 and 4, but either way, she was definitely struggling to get some rounds or some kills on the board. That clutch could change everything. Nice headshot from Astra. Leo, did that actually connect onto Melly? It looked like it maybe it did. Okay. But still a 4 versus 5. Yeah, Leo deciding I'm going to join up with my teammates, try and see if we can slowly but surely lean to the A-bomb site. At the back of it is Manashine in a position. I don't know what she's going to be able to see from up there. Yeah, she's hoping that someone is going to try to jump up and she can catch them. With the smoke, that's probably not going to happen.
Oh dear, caught with her knife out. Wasn't expecting the push through to come so quickly and so early. Manashine repositions. She has an idea here. One solid shot could be a huge game changer. Again, it's just about doing damage. They've already managed to get 1. If they can follow that up, they'll be feeling pretty damn good about this round. Oh my god, Leo, the shots just do not connect. She's wiped out. Xiaowu and Hazel to get a little bit more, but now it's down to 2 versus 2. It should never have ended up in this scenario. Xiaowu has to clutch it 1 versus 1. She has the bigger weapon. You'd think she could do it, but no, she can't. No kit on board, but the time is just within their reach. And that will be around, potentially, yes, definitely, going in favor of Leto Cook.
Man, there was so much happening there. That should have been around for the T side, 100%. So, yeah, I guess they get 1 from the GFI clutch, but now they give 1 back instead.
Yep.
And I think this is the kind of madness we probably expect more out of. I mean, it's kind of the nature of the game here with Leto Cook. That's how they've been playing so far. It opens up the map once again, though. It is scary for the CT side right now because there's just no one who's firing on Xiaowu's level. It's so ridiculous. 26 and 9.
The problem is if Xiaowu goes down, HSG are in trouble. Xiaowu or Olga, like at that point, the round can just spiral out of control. Also, looking at their money, if they lose this round, they're back down onto like no cash, and Leto Cook are only at a 1-round deficit. It needs to be cleaner for HSG if they want to win this. This being their map pick, I mean, they kind of have to.
Yeah, they do kind of have to. Grenade just preemptively, but no one's even close to. Leo has been on guard duty here for a real long time, so it's kind of her position, it feels like. Again, a little bit of mid-control. Olga, plenty of confidence to do this on her own. She's been so successful. She's not at all scared to try and take these kind of fights. Joanna on the other side. Yeah, and Olga doing... Even if she's not getting the kill, she's putting on so much pressure. It's pulling more CTs into the middle. All the communication right now on the CT side is going to be about this. And they need to focus on the main entrance of A.
Olga's unbelievably cheeky, man. She's just keeping them busy over in mid. And finally, the raid boss of Olga will get put down, but that is a problem for HSG. Never mind. Hazel will trade that one out, but she's all alone. She's stuck on an island, and it's just clean up for Let Her Cook. Now Leo hasn't had the best performance so far today on this map. It's looked a bit rough, and still, that roughness continues. I mean, as good as Xiaowu is doing, Leo needs to step up.
I think there's a world in which they can try to go on that A-bomb side as soon as Olga realizes there's two people in the middle, because it's very likely that they're not going to have a very hard defense over at the actual site. But yeah, maybe a little bit of disjointed communication there for the T side. Good defense, though. Let Her Cook making the most out of winning a round like that one. Previous one that they managed to pick up, and now they're kind of spiraling it forward. And also, kind of putting out the money from HSG. They don't have a lot left. AK in this round and some pistols. I would have bet a lot of money that HSG were going to run away with the rest of this map. It felt that way. After the GFI clutch, I felt like that's it. It's probably done for. But now, all of a sudden, Let Her Cook are back in the game once again. I'm really surprised. It's going to be an attempted split towards the A-bomb site. Manashine here, only 20 bullets, and eventually will run out. And now the bomb's surely going to get planted. There we go. Somebody's picked it up. It's Leo. Good job. Oh no, if they lose a round like this, it's awful.
This is still doable. Xiaowu is still alive, so, you know, they got that going for them. She picked up the AWP. 3 versus 1 here. Oh, it's a great position for her to hold as well as soon as Rachel peeks around the corner. No. Oh my god! What a flick from Rachel. All right, how much more can you do here? Pulls out the smoke, is forced to retreat. A little bit of a spray down onto Leo, but it doesn't confirm the kill. They've now backed out all the way into main. Util to come through just to deny some space. The smoke to try and cover the diffuse. Where's the spray? Where's anything? Oh my. So close, but Leo shuts it down. Woo!
Rachel had no business getting that kill.
Bro.
That's really sick. I mean, that's a super winnable round. Like, she played everything perfectly. The smoke on top, flashbangs out. If they missed even a couple of bullets there, she would have got the defuse. That's pretty sick. Still have no idea how she won that, because you're right, that's a very, very limited angle. Look at this.
No way.
Instantly. Nice attempt. But it will be the T side. Remember, they had only 1 AK come into that round. That should have been Let Her Cook winning it now. Instead, they've given a chance for HSG to get right back into the swing of things. Rachel, I don't know if they realize, but there's a player right on top of her. Yeah, that's going to be a nice kill. Olga gets taken down, and Hazel is next. Rachel having herself a real throwback performance here.
I mean, this is why she's one of our top-rated players, right?
Yep.
She's just been so good throughout this tournament. She is unreal. Now we've got 2 AWPs out for Let Her Cook. They realize they're kind of on the ropes here. They can't really afford to lose another round. Can't afford to let it slip away, and Xiaowu still alive, still making absolute chaos. But there's still more to get done in this round if HSG want to run away with it. Leo, after clutching that round, hopefully she's going to be feeling a little bit more confident. waking up just that little bit more as Let Her Cook. Bro, Rachel, like how 4 kills in the round, go on, give her the ace, let it happen. At this point, you just, what more is there to do?
She's gearing up for it. Xiaowu on the other side. Oh, she will deny the ace. But there's still 3 more kills left to get. I mean, she was solo enough to begin with. There's no time. They shouldn't be fighting her. They kind of are anyway, and it'll work out. So who cares? Let Her Cook with another round. It feels like, if not for Rachel at the moment, this map has already been lost by the CTs. It's already over.
Jeez Louise.
She's the only one that's able to stand up to Olga and Xiaowu at the same time. That's so sickening.
Look at her. Look at that, man. She's like an army general. The intensity as that's happening, and the mouse and the arm is going, like, she's insane. I love this. OT? OT? OT?
Oh, yeah. I actually would love to see that now. Now that Rachel's shown up in the game, I'm still waiting for Melly to get there. Like, my expectations are pretty high, so, you know, get into overtime. Maybe some more players will start to warm up. That could be a nice, like, mental reset for everyone involved. You're like, oh, maybe I had a bad game, but now it's overtime. It's like a second mini game that we're playing. I'm gonna do it now. Astra here with the AWP, and that's an easy shot on Leo. Grenades are raining in. They line up, and Melly's gonna be able to get a good couple of kills. All right, it's against pistols, but it's a nice 4K cleanup as they get up to 11.
I don't know how to call this one. It's so
Nobody can.
close. It's so down to the wire.
Yeah.
I love this. This is what a semi-final should be, to be honest. And for those of you that maybe, you know, maybe some of the people that have come around the floor, you don't know what's happening here, let me introduce you to the ESL Impact Season 5 Dallas semi-finals between 2 teams that if you had to ask almost anyone coming into this, neither of them have any right to be in the semi-final right now, and yet they have proven the haters wrong. And
yeah. A lot of people would have said bigger keeper or Na'Vi Javelins.
Yeah.
Myself, I had really high expectations for the Javelins. They've been really cool, but somehow we've ended up with this instead, and you can't say it's boring because there's battles everywhere. Finally, they've got rid of Rachel. That's going to be considered great news. Now, the question is, they've also lost Xiaowu, so who's the stronger carry at the moment? Molotov. Oh, the timing, though, and the smoke on top. Joanna's going to make an escape. That's very well played. She could have easily died there. All right, they're trying to get the rifle back. 3 versus 4. Let Her Cook. All right, a little bit of information. But 1 player advantage here for the CT side. And about a minute on the clock.
HSG lose this round, it's really bad news. Their money is non-existent. If they lose this round, that's it. The map's over. Unless we see some like crazy miracles in the last. And the 2 AWPs are still in play, and they're both getting ridiculous results. You just can't keep peeking Astra like that. It's another round that goes in favor of Let Her Cook. The dry peaks have been a little egregious, and I think that Let Her Cook realized that when they pulled out the double AWP. They were like, oh, they just keep swinging us, cool. We'll just hold this angle, 2 AWPs, two sides of the map, and yeah, it's working out.
It surely is. I mean, this wasn't an easy shot. This one a little bit more so. The flashbang maybe a second late, but to be honest as well, it's not too surprising. Astra started to warm up, and that's kind of another problem, right? Slow start for many of the players on Let Her Cook, but now that they're in it, I mean, you can see Astra up to 16 kills, Rachel up to 22, Melly's up to 16. It's kind of getting worse still for HSG, and now the problem is this is the map pick. I don't know about this. I'm getting a bit worried at the moment. And Xiaowu with 29 kills. You feel like that deserves a map win, but right now you're fighting for overtime instead.
That just about deserves a medal, to be honest. Like, she has been so lights out throughout this. And man, I said it before in our previous matchup, I hate talking about the numbers, but you gotta wonder how much more one-sided wouldn't this have been if Leo was firing on all cylinders like the rest of her team. Unfortunately, she's just not having that same kind of performance. Now they come into this last round in the half, 3 Tech-9s, 2 Mac-10s, a little bit of utility to try to facilitate something. Whatever it is that they do, yeah, has to be magical, it has to be perfect. One of the AWPs is off the board though, however, so they've at least got that little bit of wiggle room.
Right, Later round doesn't really do much of anything. Melly here, a little bit of a lineup, but it's only going to be the one kill. Still, they're in a good position to try and close this one out. Olga and Leo, 2 versus 4. I don't know how they can bring this one back. 29 kills on Xiaowu, and still, it just might not be enough to actually win the map. It's their own pick. Joanna's going to be taking down Leo, and Olga is on her own. Battling to stay alive is not going to happen. It'll be Let Her Cook to pick up the map. What a shock.
What a resurgence from Let Her Cook as well. I mean, this was looking very much like HSG. We're going to run away with their own map pick. They managed to bring it to a 7-5 half. And you're thinking, all right, cool, you head onto your CT side. You should be able to get away with that easy peasy.
After all.
Fun fact, Ancient was the most popular map across all regions in the regular season.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So everyone knows how to play. That's good news. Well, let's see. Let Her Cook going to be starting on the CT side, HSG on the T side. Astra smoked off, but will she respect it? She's trying to put some shots through. It's the first kill here for Manashine, but instantly returned. Olga in the mix as well. 3 versus 3, the bomb. It is being planted in the back. Nobody there to stop it. And look who's in the middle. GFI could be on a very long flank.
Timing on this is going to have to be really, really good, but she's managing to get into a position. Joanna now out of her line of sight, so it's going to take a second before she's in a spot to really do anything. And now the rest of her team has just been cleaned up. She doesn't even have a chance to get anything done. Olga has to somehow 1v3. We've seen similar shenanigans before. She stops the... No, she doesn't. She just gets the kill, but the... Oh, God.
It was right on top. It was very close. She almost could have won the round with that stab. How wild would that have been?
Spaghetti everywhere.
Oh, no. I would love to see a slow-mo replay. I want to know how close that was. It felt like it was down to the wire for sure. All right. Well, Let Her Cook. They are going to be winning the pistol round, and that's actually huge. Now, the bomb is planted, so HSG, they're still going to be able to do quite a lot in this round, but what a fiery start.
Now, HSG not the team typically to force up into like a major weaponry, even after getting a bomb plant. Generally, they'll kind of keep it a little bit subdued and try to play for the next round. And despite that, Olga, what a monstrous player she has been. First kill to come through here. She's on the exploratory mission. We've seen them do this before. They did this in their best of ones as well. They sent Olga on a crazy mission. She gets 2. Meanwhile, the bomb's headed over towards A, but that's where the last 3 players are. And if they just wait a moment longer, the rotations aren't coming through. Let Her Cook know. They know this playbook. They've seen it before, and despite that, they're still not quite able to stop it. Manashine will get to, but Joanna is the last one left alive. Plant is attempted, and Joanna will fully capitalize on it. She's able to stop it. The bomb is lost, and now the last 2 players from HSG have to meet up. They have to play off of one another. All that hard work from Olga could have been for naught.
Yeah, this would be beyond heartbreaking. If they can't win this round, I think that's going to be felt in the team very early on. They still have a very good crack at it here, but you just never know. It's been in long enough that they kind of don't know where Joanna is exactly, so looks like she's going back. I think she's worried about Olga being back here, so she's hoping to go back and actually backstab Olga and leave it in a 1 versus 1. It makes a lot of sense what she's doing, but she doesn't have the information that we do. Now she's back in CT spawn, and HSG on the other side, they're just as nervous about this. All right, they fake it once. They do spot it out, but GFI, she goes down. Olga on the return, saving the team just barely.
A little bit close for comfort there. And really, so much of that comes down to the bomb planter. They don't fully check the site. They don't realize there's someone towards Donut. So she's gone into plant. Joanna swings, and that's the bomb lost. And now the last 2 players somehow have to recover that without really any utility and knowing that Joanna is right there. So at the very least, it does work out in the end, and then they're able to salvage that, scrape it back into their control. And this is a really pivotal swing round, potentially, because this was the force from LHC. There's no bonus for them. They're back down onto pistols. Okay, Mag 7 in the mix there, why not? But for HSG, they've basically reset the economy.
Bit of a surprise, but I think if you're Astra, you got to win that on the first time. Hold on. Joanna with 2 kills on the Mag 7. That's way across the map, but it does a lot of damage. Now, obviously, the third fight there, she's not going to be able to do anything. That's way too long range for the Mag 7s. Now, we'll see if Melly can land a Deagle headshot. She's certainly doing a little bit of damage here. And even more so, GFI's under pressure. Coming in from behind. I think it's Joanna hunting her down. Melly will get the 1. She's out of bullets, but just in time. Joanna's able to pick up the kill, and suddenly it's Hazel alone here. What do you do? A minute on the clock. You've got the bomb. That's maybe the upside here, but You're alone on the map. Oh, again, it would be devastating if they lost this round. HSG, Olga did so much to win the last round. If you give it up now, it could be Letter Cook just waking up a little bit too early. Again, it's their own map pick.
We've got a plant at least. Mac 10, not the best weapon to be taking in these engagements. Does spot out one and has one smoke to try and give a little bit of cover there. Flash thrown out as well, just in case there's any form of aggression. But does she know that Rachel has wrapped around? It doesn't even matter. Beautiful spray from Joanna. Shuts Hazel down. Defuse to come through. And 2 rounds in a row that get counter-snatched.
Yeah, but I think emotionally it's going to be a lot harder on HSG because, again, their whole map down. They know that they've had some great opportunities here being on the T side to really do some damage. Joanna, what an insane 180. Don't see the Max 7 almost ever get those kind of kills, but yeah, all the pellets connecting. The bomb plant, sure, I mean, that's a bonus. It means they can force into this round again, and they will. They know the money's not going to be great on the CT side, but it is good enough for Astra to pick up the AWP, and that could easily be game-changing. We're going to find out here. Round number 4. In the middle we go. Attempted boost up, but I think that smoke actually made it quite hard to get that. I think they might have wanted to go for the run boost to make it across. Grenades are everywhere, but it's Olga to get the first kill. She doesn't even reload. She wants the bomb side, and she'll take it.
Olga's unreal. When we talk about confidence, that is the epitome of confidence. Now, Xiaowu will get shut down. Joanna in a really good spot here, but GFI will trade her out. Manashine to follow it up. 3 versus 2, but look how low the HSG players are. It's all down to Leo. She's the only one on full HP here, but maybe it's enough. Maybe they've done enough to scare Let Her Cook into a save. Manashine, however, an MP9, I mean, if you can get a little bit more done with that, if you can rake in a little bit of extra cash, then why wouldn't you? She does get one. Olga trades it out, but they've done enough to force Astra to run away with the AWP. That was a winnable situation, but when you don't know what the HP looks like, you just have to call it.
Yeah, there's unfortunately for them, there's not much else they really could have done, I think. So when you're listening into the analyst desk and you're hearing Vilgas, bring up the concept, the confidence, are you going to come in? That's what Olga is displaying right now. Yeah. So if you're wondering what that looks like, that's pretty much what Vilga was talking about, and you can see what a ridiculous difference it makes here. She has a job to do. She knows one more kill and the round is probably going to be ours. So she doesn't bother to reload. She just has her eyes on that B bomb site. And back we go. So trading the round back again. Now it's an auto shotgun.
Yeah, no, this is an interesting spend from Let Her Cook. But I suppose you come out with what you can afford and hope to God that you can turn things back around. They know that they're going to have a little bit of a loss streak. Not much, but a bit of that extra cash to go into the pocket. They do still have the AWP as well, so there's quite a decent amount of firepower to back them up. And they've still gambled B with Manashine with the MP9 over towards Donut. Doesn't look like anybody's going to be pushing that though. So it's a free and clear A site, and it's going to have to be a full retake here from Let Her Cook. Manashine, oh god, not a single bullet connects there. Oh, I think one stray hit Olga, but that was about it. Not too much more to get done there. Bomb gets planted, quick as you like, and HSG to hold.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it necessarily to go for this too much. They don't have a lot to throw away, but still, maybe you could do something. They have a kit and a smoke, so potentially, but Olga is chewing the UMP coming through finally. Is there going to be a defuse even attempted inside? Okay, now they're on the defuse here. They have the kit. There's no one finding them.
Oh my god!
She's got the round! That is a painful giveaway. This is gut-wrenching to experience. For HSG, these are the rounds that you're going to be lying awake at night, weeks, months into the future thinking about. I can't believe it.
There were 4 players still alive when that was happening. They had absolutely no idea that there was somebody on the bomb. That is rough. And this is the kind of thing when Sam was talking about, you might not like their style of Counter-Strike. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who is brave enough in a 2 versus 4 to just stick in a smoke and go, you know what? Why not?
They must have planned it already when it was a 5 versus 5, because otherwise you save, like you call the save almost immediately, especially once the donut smoke goes up, but they just thought, no, you know what? We've got 2 tools left. It's the fuse kit and the smoke. Who cares about the rifles? Let's just go for it. That's so wild. Bit of a timeout here. But, yeah, maybe a little bit of a tech issue to sort out. Regardless, this is, yeah, this is painful for HSG. I will say this, though. They don't have a lot of money on the CT side, right? They win the round, but they lose practically everything. So they're going to be put to the test, and HSG know it. They just want to keep the pressure on. They get the bomb planted. They're going to be buying plenty in this round. So until somebody can win back-to-back rounds, this is going to continue.
Yep. Round and around we go. Where we stop, nobody knows, really. I mean, we talk about the importance of the mental game as well. I'll be real. I'm not a pro. Maybe Vilga can give us some insights. Or Sevenlicious. But if I'm in that situation, I am boomed, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That is such a rough thing to try to come back from mentally. A nice little nade into the smoke just to try and get a little bit of damage through. Johanna will get dinked for her troubles, but she still survives and she's able to get away.
Yeah, but awkwardly, they're not on the bomb side, so this could actually be kind of tricky here. Nice flash into the corner. Olga not checking it fully, though. The bomb is going to be planted on the other side. Melly thinking about a deep flashbang. She gets the dink, but can't get the kill. The spray is in for Rachel, though. You could see they were already low. What a cleanup for her. It's a bit of a struggle at the beginning of that one, but the flashbang and then the dink, I think it was Melly running in with the headshot first. That just paved the way for Rachel to clean up that round. So finally, back-to-back rounds. They did get the bomb plant, but now, if HSG force up again, it's a lot more risky this time.
But I mean, you could see in just how chaotic that round was for HSG. There's definitely a lot going on in their minds. They're not checking angles that they should be. They definitely look a little bit flustered, and Leto Cook take full advantage of that, because the flip side is being the team who's just done that, who's just ninja defused against 4 players. Your confidence levels absolutely skyrocket. Rachel, not a care in the world. She swings out, she'll get a double kill. She's not afraid to take those battles because she knows what they've just done to HSG's mental. Like, coming back from that?
Yeah. I mean, think about what a struggle it was on the first map. You come into the second map and you have to trade rounds like a tug of war going back and forth here, and now you've actually lost that war. So the CT's gonna have a lot more money. They've got the AK stolen on that side, and you're gonna be dealing with pistols here. Olga's still kind of trying to pave the path to make their way through. But at the moment, this is a really good position for Leto Cook to find themselves in. If they don't give up too much here, if they just kind of maybe lose a player or 2, preferably just the 1, then they should be in a strong position. They're going to have more money behind them still, and HSG are going to be on the back foot.
Opting not to force up here was probably the play.
Yeah, I think so.
But already having taken quite a bit of that early chip damage, that's caused them to stall out. It's caused them to take a pause here. And of course, they are running into the stacked site. Instantly, Johanna with the first kill. They're going to follow it up. Full-on aggression.
Great timing.
Yeah, I mean, they've just cleaned this up now.
All right. Melly gives up the M4. Under a little bit of pressure there. Middle, it's an awkward fight.
Sure.
Manashine does go down. Still, the round should very much be secured. They got the bomb at the bottom of the B ramp, so ultimately, you know at some point HSG are going to be showing up. So try and group up, set up some crossfires, make sure you can trade your way out of this no matter what. Rachel listening in. It's going to be Johanna to pick up the kill. That's perfectly fine. 3 kills for her in the round. And nicely done at the end. Astra will take care of Xiaowu. Just uses the USB. Why not?
There's nothing to do with anything, but I love her nails.
I was about to say, don't stab your teammates with them. It looked like there was a real danger in that fist bump.
Yeah, go for the fist bump, not the high five, because the high five, there's like some danger there.
Yeah.
The fist bump, at least, you know, it's kind of contained a little bit.
We don't want those kind of accidents on stage, you know, especially not in the semi-final.
Yeah,
they match with the mouse as well. I mean, it's coordination.
Those hands are the moneymakers. You lose those, you're in some serious trouble.
Here we go. We are in round number 8 now, and they didn't get the bomb plant in the last one. They're still going to be able to buy in this one, so that's at least good news, but we need HSG back into this. Again, they're at a disadvantage. They lost the first map, and this is not their map pick. Good timing on this incendiary. little bit of pressure being applied in return, but they're going to try and keep this smoked and grenaded off for as long as they can, just to stop anyone from HSG from swinging wide into it. It looks like actually HSG have decided, okay, you know what? Let's go back in the middle instead, and maybe we'll regroup for the B-bomb side.
Okay, we're taking some space in mid here. Unfortunately, this is exactly where Astra is, so... Nice, okay, that gives a little bit of space to push through. Has to be something that they're aware of, something that they know could have happened. Xiao Wu slips straight past, but Joanna aware of it. Will get that
nice
kill, but Leo did get an opener over on the B side, so they have a bit of an opening here. They have to press that advantage, and that's exactly what Olga will do. The rotations from LHC are coming in quite quickly here, so HSG need to be quite fast themselves. Johanna pushes through the smoke to her demise. 4 versus 2 LHC to try to retake with only 2. 1 with an AWP. I've made my opinion on that known. And honestly, there's a world here where I feel like just hell out.
I think that's a higher percentage play. Over time, it's going to pay off more. Kind of a wild play from Joanna, but at the same time, she's 12-4 right now, so I think she's thinking one player is planning on the other side. If I can flash the other one, I kill one, I kill the planter, and we might win the round. So, not completely crazy. It just didn't work out this time. Very little mid-control in this round. Lettercook had 3 people lean towards the A-bomb side early on. It kind of makes me feel like Lettercook are expecting that there's going to be more executes happening. Because again, otherwise you probably wouldn't be doing that. But it kind of comes at the cost of having a little bit less presence towards mid and B. Still a 5 versus 3.
Yeah, a little bit too much faith. Maybe faith is the wrong word, but a bit too much pressure, I suppose, on Astra's hands to try and hold that with an AWP.
Yeah.
Because one molly, and she has to turn around, she has to put it out, she has to look away.
Yeah, it's pretty risky. This is more of a standard setup now.
Yeah.
Astra still on her own, and there is a chance you can get smoked out in this position quite a lot. And we saw it earlier when Ancient was being played, but Olga. Oh, that is a nice shot, and it actually hits Hazel in the back, so 2 for 1. Molotov is deep, and it's going to land right on top of Astra. She's just sticking it. She wants the kill, but it will cost her a lot of life still. It's a 5 versus 3, and very nearly a kill through the smoke here. It's Manashine nearly getting the lineup correct.
That's just devastating. I mean, a plant down at least assists them. They'll still have some cash for the next, not much.
I mean,
how do you hold this?
GFI has the health for it, but I don't know. She had a crazy clutch on the first map. She's going to have to try and do it again. And she's actually positioned herself right in the middle of everything. When that smoke fades, it's wartime, and it's going to be a very, very quick return. Xiao Wu in the back. Not quite enough here. It'll be a 6th round for Lettercook. Joanna is having herself an absolutely brilliant game right now. 13-4.
Yeah, definitely feeling herself. Rachel, obviously not quite having the same impact that she had on the previous map, but that's okay, because like Joanna's there, and she's picked it up. She's doing fantastically. Yeah, Astra's also having a really fun time here with her AWP. She's feeling that confidence. I feel like the whole of Lettercook are really starting to feel it a bit. Yeah, unfortunately, it remains this kind of back and forth, almost a stalemate. There's still an advantage for Lettercook, but HSG are still kind of pushing back quite hard. They're still making it very, very expensive. You look at Lettercook's money, if they lose this round, they're back down to nothing. So we're constantly living on that knife's edge.
Well, that's some grenade damage at the start of it. And remember how aggressive Olga was at the beginning, but she's been slowed down quite a bit, and landing a grenade or 2 on her like that, I mean, it's going to limit her potential quite a bit, although Xiao Wu with a stunning headshot takes down Joanna. Was trying to get in here and help out. That might leave Rachel feeling a little bit lonesome. She's got Melly kind of behind her, but yeah. How long does Rachel want to stay here? This is one of the very commonly Molotov corners, so you want to be careful about it. All right, taking some attention away. Melly working together with Rachel. It's Rachel getting the kills, but it's set up by Melly just jiggling that corner.
LHC are playing off of each other so incredibly well. Round after round, they set themselves up for success. They set each other up for these really cheeky pushes and swings. GFI has to somehow make this happen all on her own. And this was the map that we were worried about for HSG. Now she has been able to recover the bomb. With only 30 seconds left, there's really not much more she's going to be able to do. This entire site is overrun with CTs. They have an AWP in their hands as well, so should she peek out her head, she's likely to lose it. She does have one smoke just to try and deny some sightline.
Yeah, it's so awkward when you're walking onto the side. There's so many different angles. So, all right, she's going to reveal that she's back here, so they're going to be rotating on over. Not even needed. Melee to pick up a second kill of the round for herself, and now extending the lead. They're at 7-3 right here, and we are stretching into the later parts of the half here. We're into round number 11 now. Tactical time I've been called. I think it makes sense now. 3 rounds is on the low end.
I mean, a part of me even thinks maybe this is a bit late in the day for the timeout to come through. You know? They've really struggled to find any sort of a footing. Again, a lot of it has been those hero plays, but a lot of it is coming down to what I said before, how well they play off of one another, setting each other up. Like, okay, you stand here, you bait them out, and as soon as you've got their attention, I'll swing, or I'll hold this angle, they don't know I'm here, or, you know, something to that effect.
I mean, the problem is, Olga go kill is a sick strategy, but obviously at some point you need more than that. And
it's pretty one-dimensional.
Yeah, and especially if Olga starts to, like we said, get grenaded down, you don't have the weapons maybe for her to have the same impact anymore. It all kind of accumulates. We want to see more out of them. Although again, the problem is the money as well is looking pretty grim. So we'll see if they can surprise in the middle. Joanna playing. I think Astra's now just fallen back from that red room, so I think Joanna's probably best served here by noticing how many people are showing up, but she doesn't have to fight to the death here. Fall back and maybe help out with Mana Shine behind her. All right, she is actually going to go into it, and that'll get it taken down. That's very aggressive.
All right, Xiao's recovered the rifle as well. She's been a little bit quieter on this map, but I still believe the mental plays a huge part in that. See now with a player advantage, perhaps they can start to feel a little bit more confident, but unfortunately the pincer coming in from every direction, and HSG, their players fall like dominoes. Only 2 left. The rifle's been taken off of the board, so Xiao doesn't have it available, and it's just cleanup from the rest of the LHC crew. It's another round in their back pocket. We're down to the last round in the half. An 8-round CT side, potentially a 9th, given how they're playing now.
Yeah, this is turning into a really, really good first half. I still genuinely think that one more round here for HSG could change the game quite a bit. Like 8-4, it's doable, you're still in the mix. 3 just feels like, oh, it's such an uphill battle, but we'll see. Final round is coming up here, the half 12th, and we've got AKs all across the board. They got the bomb planted, so they had money to buy everything they wanted here, maybe except for the AK, or the AWP, but I don't really know if they even wanted that on the T side, so AKs it is, and they're being very slow about it this time. Nobody's rushing outside of B. They're tired of getting grenaded out there, so they're respectfully staying quite far back.
Respectfully.
Yeah, forced to be that way. A little bit of a failed smoke. I think an attempt to put some pressure maybe on the red room. Failed spray. GFI will get the return kill. Mana Shine. She can't see much, but she'll get the kill anyway. The reload. Almost in time. Tapping away is Hazel. That's a nice attempt, but it will not be enough for Joanna. Ending the half at 14 kills and 9 overall for Letter Cook. That's a great first half.
A 9-3 half, affectionately known as a possible Nari's curse. I'm gonna make that a thing, man. You just watch me. I'm determined.
Well, that's how it starts. Hopefully, that's how the comeback starts as well
There
for
you
HSG. They need the same kind of determination, I believe, Sam. So let's get into it here. It is not a great first half for them, but they have some fantastic players. It's not out of the question yet, but I think they need to win the pistol round. LHC now, they're going to be on the T side with HSG on the CT side here. Potentially the last half of the semi-final, unless we get some magic out of it. Xiaowu's going to be run over. Rachel gets the kill in return. That's worth it for the T side, and now they want to put the pressure on. The smokes are in. This definitely smells like a bomb plant.
HSG have already reinforced. They've made their way over, but the smokes stop them. They're not willing to push through it. They don't have a flash to help them through, and so they have to let that bomb get planted. Now it's down to that retake. They have bought into a kit here. They do have a little bit of time to play with. It's going to have to be perfect. Smoke off. And that allows them a lot of space to work with. But Joanna is still alive, backed up by Manashine. And GFI, we've seen her in a 1v3 clutch before. It's asking so much, and she's getting so close to it.
Where's the kit?
It's on her. She's on it.
Yeah, but without the defuse kit, it's a 10-second defuse. I don't know where it went down, but she couldn't find it. Oh, no. With the kit, maybe there's a chance, but now instead she's getting hunted down. Rachel will get the kill. The defuse kit, it was lost in the chaos, and that's how they lose the round.
Oh, man. That's horrible because, like, so many teams don't buy a defuse kit in the pistol, and so seeing it on there, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So they've had that forethought. They've, planned for this. And she loses it. She can't find it. She was on it, man. She might even have had that defuse in the little bit of time that she was on it, but unfortunately...
I think with the kit, she sticks it no matter what, and
yeah,
it's very likely she can get that round. Oh, that's so devastating. I don't know. It got lost on the bomb site somewhere. Rachel continuing her slaughter here. Well, I say slaughter, but it's Joanna who's been really fragging out of control. 19 and 7 on her. It's Rachel and Joanna, an absolutely crazy duo right now. And they are just powering their way through to the grand final.
Apparently, already over the double-digit line. And slowly inching their way to 13 rounds and a spot up against Imperium in the grand final. What a grand final that will be. But I'm not ready to count out HSG just yet. I know it's a huge ask, and without winning the pistol, they're in a massive disadvantage. But this is where dreams are made of here on the Dallas stage. So maybe HSG can make their own dreams come true.
Well, it's a start for Leo. She was missing quite a bit on the first map. The Des talked about it too, but getting a kill here. Gonna make it a bit easier. Joanna's gone down as well. Hazel, they know where she is back here. Trying to employ that Molotov to get rid of her. But still, this is not looking like a great round for Let Her Cook, so might have to back on out of there. I think more than anything, making these comebacks again, it becomes about a bit of a mental battle. Like, you've probably lost hope a little bit, but sometimes all you need is really one massive round where one of your teammates shows up in a way, and you're like, okay, let's do it. And
yeah,
someone like Olga, maybe someone like Xiaowu, they have a round where they get 3 or 4 headshots, and you think, okay, you know what? Actually, we can still do this. And I think if that round comes, then it's kind of back on again. But in terms of the numbers, it's a long road ahead.
I mean, the GFI 1v3 on Anubis was kind of, we thought it was going to be that round.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it just ended up not going that way. I think the problem is that Let Her Cook also have players capable of having those moments, and they can kind of resurge themselves as well. So it's really difficult to get yourselves into like the superior mental. There's always that like battle going on of like who's feeling the best, who's got the better confidence boost. And in that moment, it was Let Her Cook that managed to bring it right back. But HSG winning that round is the potential road to success here. They haven't quite broken Let Her Cook's economy yet. There are still weapons on board. Limited in the economy, in the utility here. So that's something that HSG can try to use to their advantage.
Wow, they've got a lot of people in the donut position. That could be pretty scary. Hazel, she is at a risk of getting kind of overwhelmed here. It's Joanna that's going to be slightly leading the charge. Swings wide with the deagle, looking for the headshot. It'll be Melly to get the kill, but again, oh, what a position and what a stunning headshot. At range, Rachel with the laser aim there. It's going to be a 3 versus 5, and I think HSG are in a lot of trouble right now. Yeah, Xiaowu, she sees the FAMAS disappearing in front of her. She kind of knows, all right, somebody picked it up, but what do you do about it? Not much, it seems.
Attempts to use a little bit of util to allow her to swing out and potentially get something done. A nice little drive-by by Olga, followed up by another Leo to get one as well. 2 versus 2. It's down to the wire here, but Leo finds herself all alone with only 9 HP. And the dream might just be dead as Let Her Cook find 12. And HSG's economy should be in the trash can.
Yeah, I mean, this was part of the danger, and you could see as soon as they had 4 players towards Donut, the T's, they get so close, like they're, you know, a couple of steps and they're all on the A bomb site, and there's no warning. The CTs have no idea that it's happening. That's just always going to be dangerous. And it absolutely backfired on HSG. A timeout, a little bit of a conversation here. You can see the coach from HSG trying to talk their way through this one, but Let Her Cook. I think you pointed out, one more round. You know, Vilga was on their side from the very beginning. And so far, this seems to have been a correct call. I can't believe it.
I think an important thing to note about this map is the fact that HSG, while they only have 4 rounds, they have come up on top of 9 opening duels.
Damn. Okay.
That says so much about Let Her Cook and their ability to stabilize under pressure. Those are rounds that HSG should absolutely have run away with. And again, it's showing how the cracks are coming through. The mental isn't where it needs to be. And this round has to be pixel perfect. They cannot afford to make a single mistake. Leo going in for a little bit of an aggressive push here. Manages to do some damage. So GFI can follow it up, but unfortunately, both of them will fall. Only 2 players left alive here for HSG. The dream slowly slipping through their fingers.
And Manashine's in the middle. She will actually go down, but so will Olga. Look at the health that's left here for LHC. This is kind of crazy. Hazel, she's got by far and away the health advantage, but AK at the corner. Oh, and the smoke up. Oh, yeah, she has to run through it. There's no choice, and she'll get the kill, but the headshot in return. Rachel will get the job done, and we have another grand finalist here. It's Let Her Cook.
Who let them cook? Who was it?
The problem was nobody could stop them from cooking.
There
was
you go.
That wasn't an option, apparently.
Yeah, you know what? They had a South African kitchen, right? They had like the burglar bars, the security system in place. Ain't nobody was getting in the kitchen to stop them.